After your show last Monday, Morgan, on Tuesday we heard about that explosion in the Middle East.
I mean, how many videos of that have you watched? I've watched dozens of different videos, different angles.
Yes.
It was completely fascinating. And, I mean, what a terrible, terrible tragedy for the innocent people in Beirut that were kind of caught up in that, some of whom you could hear on the videos as they're taking the cell phone camera videos as they were talking to each other and could see the situation getting worse. And I talked to some of my friends in the Middle East about that, and it's just a very sad situation. Now, it was interesting how quickly they came up with an explanation for it that was, somewhat benign and even pointed maybe the finger at Lebanese leadership, and that has led to some riots and things over there to try to hold some people accountable for allowing all this fertilizer to be stored in this depot for 7 years. And I don't want to do a lot of speculating about it. I'd encourage you to watch the videos for yourself, and I'd also say if you want to see what an ammonium nitrate explosion looks like in real life, you can look at the explosions that we know were ammonium nitrate in Tianjin, China in 2015. There's some great video of those. And the thing that you'll see about ammonium nitrate is that it doesn't all explode at once. It's not one big blast.
Did it make a mushroom cloud?
It makes a cloud. Now, this was at night that this happened. It can definitely, yes, ammonium nitrate can definitely make a mushroom cloud. And it can also create that water vapor explosion that occurs that you saw, which was the donut coming off of the explosion, the white part of the explosion. But if you look at some of the close-up shots, I mean, there were a lot of explosions occurring along the way, and that's what they're calling fireworks. You just have to say, man, those Lebanese people, who knew they loved fireworks that much that they'd have an entire building just full of fireworks? And boy, those are some pretty big explosions for fireworks as well. And I think the reality is, if you really analyze this and take a look at it, the likelihood is that was not a fireworks depot, and the likelihood is it wasn't ammonium nitrate that exploded either. I think a more likely culprit for that particular explosion and the way it looked and even the color of the smoke is military missiles. That was potentially an armament depot, because we know Hezbollah, this has been widely reported on for years, Hezbollah uses Beirut, Lebanon as a storage point for a lot of Iranian-made armament, military armament, so missiles, mortars, ammunition, other things like that. And when you watch some of these videos, it appears to me that that's what was going on, and it would be the rocket fuel that would give that kind of explosion that we saw at the end. The other thing that, and look, we don't know what happened. Maybe it was ammonium nitrate. I'll just tell you to watch the video from Tianjin in 2015, and you compare that to the video of Beirut. And remember, the Tianjin explosion was based on about 1/3 the amount of ammonium nitrate as was in Beirut. And you look at the difference, and again, watch the way the ammonium nitrate explodes. It doesn't all happen at once. It goes off over 10, 20 seconds, multiple big explosions. You'll see all that. It also launches what looks like lava out of it. I mean, so just look at those two videos and compare. They'll never openly state what actually happened there, but I think when you look at the evidence and you understand what goes on in Lebanon, which is partly run by Hezbollah, you'll have to wonder if that was really fertilizer in that depot.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
we may never know.
That fertilizer is very valuable. It's been seized. Why wouldn't they distribute it to their farmers? Well, who would leave that sitting in a depot? They've got a food crisis going on in Lebanon. So there again, wouldn't you want your crop yields to be increased? Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.